dark, blackened windows with white netting hanging over scaffolding surrounding each and one of them. Someone has taken the trouble to invest in lumen in the surrounding buildings, bright yellow lights that illuminate certain parts of the section that you're in. You can actually, if you were to move out on the streets, you could see the sort of the center of the city where there's still life, still people moving about. But as soon as you venture into the streets there, it's sort of a combination of broken concrete and just scarred earth and rocks. Everything is just, there's holes in the ground, bullet holes everywhere, signs of combat, and just piles and piles of trash everywhere. As you make it up to your hab, you'll be walking up bare, concrete stairs before making it up to your empty hab. You laid out a few beds, you look out through the windows, and there in the distance you'll see sort of the glow of the light that is the populated gang territories. You sit there for a little while and sort of just take in the calmness of the night. How this place is just a myriad of velocipikes and auto carriages that are driving from various violent encounters or ventures to the surface to commit dirty deeds for the various nobles. You blend in nicely. You parked your vehicle in the basement. By the way, did you let your prisoner go?
I mean, is he even able to move? I mean, he's kind of not in the best shape.
What did you do with him off camera?
We just kept him here and treated him until we were able to find his friend. Well, we presume his friend, an arbiter who's...
Let's do that off camera. You can do a scrutiny test, -20.
Oh, okay. Is it sight-based?
No, it's not. Or actually inquiry. Sorry, inquiry.
Oh, inquiry. Success with 2.
Awesome. Walking around outside towards the area of the arbitrator, you'll ask for his name, and eventually a person who used to work in the mines will tell you that this person died years ago in a mining accident.
The arbitrator?
Yep.
Fuck. There goes one lead. Could I also bother him with asking about one more individual?
Yep.
Let me just open my journal real quick. Jeremiah Durand?
Yes, can you remind me of that?
Worked at sorting garbage. You previously worked in the administratum as strapping information.
Yes.
Basically, things that should be removed.
Yep. You don't hear anyone who know about him.
Okay.
And with that, we are in the apartment. You'll be looking out the windows at the glittering lights far down there. Some of you, after sleeping, you'll wake up. I'm going to say that you're all fully rested. You regain a wound. And as you wake up and look around in the room, you see some blackened faces, dirty clothing, torn armor. Most of you look a little bit downtrodden. But you have your basic needs met, your food and water bottles stacked near the door. And Tavi, is there anything you want to say about your character, or where you are currently?
Rodelin very unrefined, very unbalanced individual walking through the corridors of the makeshift infirmary is Stefan, wearing what seems to be meditate robes underneath resting his armor with a ring of metal around his neck. He walks very gingerly, holding the wall to dear life until he's able to spot a recaf machine that hopefully we manage to purchase alongside the medical apparatus. Wearing said disguise under his armor, as well as a storm bolter on his hip. He tries his best to not succumb to the pain on his left side of his face, where his prosthetic eye rests and now undiscernible burns once could be spotted on his lower neck. Even so, he sometimes scratches that area of his body, not being able to mask the phantom pain.
Awesome description. You'll smell burnt wood as soon as you wake up, and you look over and see Duskin. Anything you want to mention, Duskin? How are you doing right now?
Duskin will be essentially sewing patches onto where he's been hit in the last fight. You can tell by his very demeanor that he has been through the ringer the last couple of days and is not good. It is physically, mentally, he is pretty broken at the moment. What do you call it? Every single time he turns to his left, you can see a wince. He's not received medical treatment as yet, since we call it the fight with the heretics. Yeah, just sitting, sipping some coffee, keeping quiet.
You'll hear immediately as you wake up the bubbling of some medical tubes. You look over and you see Doc standing there. He's just tapping at one of the little tubes and setting everything up perfectly. We can begin. You see the light barely shimmering through the windows as you look outside. There are a few people walking in the streets, mostly abhumans, homeless.
Hey, Dustin, do you smell smoke? I smell smoke, or am I still not fully awake?
I smell purple.
Yeah, that's usually what happens when you get shot at.
Maybe not. I don't know. I'm not in fantastic form at the moment.
So even still in the underhive, as Stefan removes some of the blinders to peek outside, he still has to recoil away for a little as the glow globes around are way brighter than he's used to in the morning on a ship. Am I able to identify the source of the smoke and to discern that it's not a issue?
As soon as you see Tavi walk over to the window, you'll open it up. There's no wind down here to talk about, and it's fairly empty outside. As you lean out the window and look down, you touch the surface of the outside of the building. It's rugged, unpolished. If you look down the street, you'll see the occasional lampposts broken down into the street. Makeshift bridges have been made between the buildings over collapsed roadways. Far down there in the distant horizon, you see a couple of people, just as silhouettes, burning something in a barrel. They're shambling around it. They seem to be cooking something.
Savages, and Stefan closes the window the best he can, although unable to prevent the smell of the smoke.
So what is it, Stefan?
Just the local fauna trying to catch something edible.
Oh,
Sounds delightful.
I tried the tap water. Is there still the black substance contaminating the water supply?
the water supply was not contaminated. It was coming from the tubes.
Toilet. Oh, tubes.
So it was basically coming from below, not from the tap itself. The substance is gone, and when you sort of crank the thing, it makes a little squeaky sound, and finally, a few drops start dripping.
Immediately realizing that this place most likely recycles water without filtering, Stefan immediately closes the tap and takes a water bottle to add to the recaf machine to prepare himself a fresh brew.
It starts boiling very quickly. You have all the equipment you need there. Medical equipment and basic cooking gear.
Most likely I'm using a jar for a cup.
Yeah. You have plenty of that sort of thing.
Or lab equipment as a cup.
Yes.
Want one? As he gestures towards Dustin and Doc.
No, I'll pass on the recaf.
Skin will down what he's got left and tap his enamel cup and hold it out.
You basically see how Stefan pours something from a beaker into your cup, saying, "Our supplies of recaf are kinda low, so this is best I can afford."
Hold on. You'll actually see him go into your pocket and bring out a flask. Go kick, pour a little bit into it and say, hand it across to you and say, for the germs.
Yes, definitely. Look at us being all sterile. Really getting into our characters, aren't we?
How have you advertised your little medical facility?
Well, actually, Stefan has built a neon sign with, the Medicaid cross outside flashing. That would attract the local stupid population that cannot read that, hey,
Interesting.
Medicaid. Because, let's face it, most people in 40K cannot read, but they do recognize the sign of a Medicaid facility.
Yeah. So, eventually outside in the building, people would have tried to make their way up to the hub. When you were busy and when you were just arriving, you would have just pushed them away, and seeing your weapons, most of them would recoil in horror and just disappear down into the basement. But finally, after a while, the line of people sort of starts to reach further up the stairs, and a person dares to walk up to the barely hinged door, and is going to knock on the door very carefully, repeatedly.
So, Doc, we open for business?
Doc turns around in his full surgical attire, mask already equipped onto his face, and you hear the slap of rubber gloves as the gloves are finally put on. Yes, I am ready.
We charging for this, or
Trade, if possible.
Yeah, either information or barter-based economy. I doubt they even have anything worth anything, so...
I can't imagine the first few will have anything of worth, but...
If you do catch any that come in with a lot of coins, we could trade that to the local gangs.
Yeah, well, you provide security tasking, Doc. Do well what you're best at, and I'll just be the secretary.
Okay, well,
Sounds
let's
good.
get to work. And Dusk will go over to the door and go as it screeches open and goes, "Stop!"
Looking down the stairs, you'll see a long line of people. They immediately look up at you like children in or deer in headlights. As soon as the light hits their eyes, you just see this row of white eyes down into the dark pit below. All of them staring up at you as if you were the Emperor himself. The first man is going to kneel instantly. I don't have much, but could you look at my hand, please? He's going to hold out a swollen, sort of rotted hand, just 2 fingers sticking out.
Okay, if you just keep your hand out, and if you go across to our admin there, we'll get you signed in, and we'll have a look at that hand, see what we can do for you.
He will hesitate a few times, sort of stuttering in his steps, stopping by the door, looking back and looking up at you, and then sort of you get the feeling he understands how abnormal this is, and you will sort of suspend his disbelief and enter the door.
And as he walks in, I will stand in the door, and the plasma rifle will go.
Some of them will start to run as soon as you do that.
And I will just stand there with it pointed at the ground, as showing no hostile action whatsoever.
These people
So
are used to just getting mowed down in the street, so they're gonna start running. Most of them, actually. The person already in the hab just walks in, kind of in awe. He's got his head tilted slightly to the side. There are these sort of swollen cysts on his skin. He's just a few brown hairs on the top of his bald head. Older man in his 50s. He's quite skinny, and he seems to be holding a bag or something in front of him. Just this torn sort of shirt and dirty pants. He walks in and stands in the middle of the room.
Greetings, sir. Please make your way towards the room to the right. The doctor will be able to see you.
Thank you. He will immediately walk over, and you can see that he's struggling with his gait and clearly has some kind of mutation going on.
Oh, well, this is the underhive.
He will stumble over to a chair or a little crate and sit down.
Yes, and what seems to have brought you in?
As soon as you enter, he sort of tries to get up on his feet, but struggles. You see that his knees are weak, and he barely manages to sort of push himself up. As he stands there, he takes his bag and sort of puts it on the crate. He will look up at you. Hello, my name is Ignatius Mack. I had an unfortunate accident. I was hit by a mag train, and as you can see, opens the shirt. You can see this big gaping scar on his left side. I was deceased for a long time, but we managed to pull alcohol on it, and now I'm barely alive. But my hand, I can't use it anymore. He will sort of slowly pull up this. It more looks like just a swollen cyst, with like two crusty fingers sticking out of it.
I believe you cannot use your left hand because of the massive cyst that is placed upon it. Go ahead and disrobe and lay down upon my gurney.
Without saying a word, he will do just that. He does not have a robe,
Doc's
so
gonna...
he will dress down to a couple of like cloths he has wrapped around his groin. He's quite skinny.
And as he goes to lay down on the table, I'm going to go ahead and start an IV. Start getting his vital signs. Hook him up to the EKG. Look at his telemetry.
You hear the beeping of the machinery as you turn it on. It is more high-tech than anything he probably has seen, at least in a long time. He will keep his eyes open and sort of just look back and forth. Following your hand, whatever you do. Just watching you very
Yep,
closely.
and after starting the IV, I'm going to go ahead and push my sedative, and as he slowly fades to unconsciousness, I begin my work.
Yes, he will go out. Well, what do you do?
Is there still a long line outside, even though most of the people have stayed out?
No, most of them have run away.
No, but there's still some of them which, honestly, they're so badly that they might as well, if they get shot, it might be a blessing.
Yeah, pretty much. Most of them look like they're on their last days.
Yeah, I go ahead and after applying the analgesics, I begin cutting into the cyst, relieving it of the fluid, and after fully draining it, putting a sealant back over the wound itself. I then grab some synth flesh to put over it a little bit to cover it just enough. I suture that in place. I go ahead and go ahead and prescribe him some anti-inflammatories for his knees. I'd go ahead and write down on a sheet for him that he would need to get augmentic replacements for legs. That there's going to be nothing to really repair those knees other than that.
As you cut into the flesh and repair it, you can do -40 Medicate test.
Okay.
No. You're in a medical facility, -20. You get a +20 from the equipment.
Yeah, I rolled the save so high that I actually turned it into a legit medical facility.
Yes.
Just success.
Nice. Yep. You completely heal the hand. It should return to functionality within actually a week, maybe 2.
I go ahead and put him, along the appropriate paperwork for him to get augmentics if there's anywhere to get them down here.
Awesome.
Would you like me to do a cryptography for that?
No? You do your best to forge it, and you can do a deceive test.
I can do it since I'm the secretary. So he would
That
just
is perfect.
Just out of curiosity, are we admitting people or?
We are doing acute treatment. We are not doing no chronic treatment. It's all acute. We don't have the beds or the materials for chronic yet.
You write a very accurate report stating his honorable work in the mines for decades, his self-sacrifice and dedication to the trade combine. And you elect him to be healed of his hand because of his impeccable skills and that he is necessary to train new recruits.
Nice. As Doc is finishing most of the operation and he's being sent on a trolley to another room to wake up, I signal Dustin to send in the nets.
And I'm going to turn Come around and say, are we giving him a clean tunic? Just been through surgery?
Yeah, well, we don't have the time, and they're kind of hardy people. You don't live long in a hive if... I mean, he survived a fucking match train hitting him.
It's a hearts and minds operation.
Yeah.
Okay, and what do you call that? Open the door that was slightly closed over and go, next.
All of them will look down the stairs and they'll see a woman standing there with a little daughter, just a few years old. And she will start stumbling her way up the stairs looking up at you. She's holding out could be like a 4-year-old girl who looks like she has red spots all over her body. As she walks up, she just places the girl on the doorstep.
Okay, sweetheart, do you want to go and speak to the man at the desk while I speak to your mother?
She'll just look up at you with very pale skin, dark brown eyes. Just keep staring at you and not moving. Her mother will sort of guide her in the door and looking at you, you can see that she's on her last prayer. And anything particular you want to do with the rest of the patients?
Well, I was actually going to see if I could scrutiny to see if I can recognize any of these symptoms.
This is some kind of disease, probably a unique underhive disease.
I'm pretty sure most of the... Oh, sorry. Go on.
Well then, what I'm going to do is, whenever... In fact, I'll let her speak to Dusk, Stefan first.
The mother will follow the daughter in the door, and while not looking at you, she will just sort of talk to herself.
Of course, we welcome her. I point her to the honorable doctor for her to accompany the child there. And usually after the operation or not necessarily just the treatment itself, it mustn't be a surgical operation. I would also like to ask people, like, for the treatment, what can you tell me about our hive? Have you heard of this? Have you heard of that? Basically, if they don't have anything to pay or I deemed it, that's not really enough. How about you tell us this?
Nice.
That's what I was actually going to say with the ones that came in with like elderly patients or kids. Because as they went down to the doctor, you'd sit down with them and say, "So how you doing? You keeping okay? How do you feel? What's life like here? Are you that sort of line of questioning?"
Basically, they are asked things at the door, asked things at the doctors, and then while I do the paperwork, Stefan also asked things. So we basically get bits by bits and make a huge profile on each one.
Yeah. Then as they come and sit in the waiting room, Duskin, sort of follows up on it.
You can actually do an interrogation test at -30.
Is it really interrogation?
Yeah. You
me
are trying to
or
glean more information and use clever tactics and psychological tricks to gain information from them.
I wanted you to help me.
I just failed.
Doc, do you have interrogation?
Yes, I can assist.
Nice. I have coordinated, so I get a +15. It's a -30, right?
-30.
-15. Success with 2.
Excellent.
I can't remember a single time I've passed these things.
True.
Yeah, one of the men there will sit down. As you sway into the Medicaid room, Tavi, Stefan, you pass the corner. Look down at this man. He's quite short. As soon as you walk in, just cross your arms and look at him. He's immediately gonna quiver a little bit. You suspect that he's hiding something, and you really go in to start to question him. As the sedatives start working, you just continue standing over the chair as he sits there and gets healed. And you're gonna keep asking question after question. Whether he knows someone who's wanted, someone who's maybe done something wrong, or has heard about an event that happened. And eventually he will, in sort of a drunken stupor, waking up, he will laugh to himself and say that Jaak von Stone is an abhuman master thief. And he will sort of brag as you stand there and try to make it into a common conversation. He will brag that he stole something from the navigators.
Whoa. Also, spell check on the name. Here you go. This is what I wrote as Subhuman's name. Is it close?
Oh wait, what?
Jaak Stone. Is it right?
Oh no, let me...
Okay, now you know why you should put the names in chat.
There you
Oh yeah, and how did you heard of this?
go. He will sort of, as he's waking up, you are really good at what you do. You are masters, all of you. My family will shower you with gifts. When we return to our former glory, you will all be rich beyond your imaginations. You... He looks up at you, Doc. You are a great man. Great man. He will sort of take his hand out and try to shake your hand. Really? You are the best, really.
I appreciate it. If you would like to repay me back, you could always bring me more medical supplies. I would pay you coin for it.
I know when I see someone's hands move. You are a master. You are so nimble and quick. So accurate.
Do you know many masters, such as the Good Doctor?
Nobody. There is no one like him. No one. He is a master. The way that you stitch the wound. Amazing. Why do you work down here?
We're just doing our
I
duty.
wish to help those that are less fortunate.
Bless you. The Emperor blesses you. Thank you, all. He'll sort of look around the room and try to shake your hand, James.
May the Emperor's light shine upon you.
The Emperor is here. I can feel it. He starts to cry in his chair.
I do not shake his hand.
You are a blessing sent from the Emperor himself. He'll sort of look up, choking on his tears.
Okay, sir. Now, if you'd please stand up. There are many more souls we must take care of. If you're able to walk, please do so. However, be careful and drink lots of water.
Oh, did you give him the relevant paperwork?
Yeah, it's all done.
Okay, perfect.
He's gonna get up and grab the paperwork. Finally leave.
Before he leaves, I want to pull him for a side for a moment before I let him, in the waiting room away from the other patients that are awaiting treatment, and say, listen, good sir, I know you appreciate us, and we want to continue offering treatment, but there are a lot of people, and it's not even the first day, and I don't think we will be able to keep the facility going for much longer. The people in the bazaar, it's hard to make supply runs. And this man, Mr. Yak Van Stone, he seems able to supply us. Is there any way we can meet with him or persuade him to supply us with the necessary equipment?
He will sort of grab your hand and slap the top of your hand. For you? Yes. I will personally get you in touch with him. Of course.
Thank you, sir. This lifts a heavy stone from my heart. With your help, we will be able to save many more lives and certainly do the Emperor's work.
He again breaks into tears and just stands there for a while. Say my regards to the Jurgen. Masterful, wonderful man. Again, choking on his tears, he's going to try to look over your shoulder. See if he's there.
So as he walks away, I basically tell him to notify us as soon as he's able to contact this person.
Awesome. You gain 1 fellowship, Tavi, through this entire ordeal of interacting with all of these people, guiding them in, interrogating them, talking with them. Yes.
Nice.
And after a long while, what did you do with the little girl, James?
Bring in the little girl. Where is she?
She's been sitting in the waiting room for about the last 9 years.
Is that your character's accent, James?
Do it now. It's mandatory.
The little girl.
Yeah, now that's your voice for the rest.
Yeah, if you have an alias, if you don't speak with that voice, we cannot know you're using your alias.
We can't.
But is your alias also named Jean-Claude or something?
Give me more time to practice, and I'll switch to it.
Awesome. You have to do it permanently. That was a great voice. Wow. Good job. Yeah, what do you want to do?
We have one more little girl before we close up for the night.
Excellent. Bring her in. Let us see what ails her.
Who are you talking as right now?
The little girl.
There you go. She will finally go into the door and look up at you, not saying a word. She just stands in the door opening. She has long black hair in a ponytail. Her mother is standing by the opening of the door, skinny, black hair as well. Sort of halfway leaning into the room.
And I presume as Dustin lets them in, Stefan will say, well, basically look over the counter at the little girl. Like, sweetheart, welcome to the clinic. Bringing the Emperor's mercy to all of his subjects. And I look towards the mother with a reassuring smile. The chirurgeon will help you. First door to the right, there.
She'll push the little girl into the room.
And me and...
Yes, mother.
Oh my god.
What seems to be the problem?
The woman will...
What ails this little girl?
The woman will walk into the room.
Tell me now.
It's awesome.
Tell me now.
It's awesome. The little girl will slowly walk into the room, start crying, and the mother will lean down and sort of comfort her. Tell her it's okay. Go over to the surgical chair that you've set up.
Yes,
Just
yes.
place her,
Come, little
place her
one.
on top
Come.
of it. As
And as she
little girl
as
sits
she
up there,
draws
she will
near,
She'll pull out a little doll that's missing an arm and sort of has a little button for an eye. And she will just hold it in front of her chest and then show it to you as soon as you turn around. She has a very serious expression on her face.
I lower myself down to knee level, reach out a hand, pat her on the head twice. It is okay, little girl. It is a pretty doll. Are you trying to give it to me?
The mother will sort of rush forward. No, she just likes to show it to whoever she can.
Well, it
If
is
you could
very
look at her
pretty.
skin. I think she has some kind of skin condition.
Well then,
But of course
go
you
ahead
know
and
best.
disrobe her and
She'll
clothe
sort of bow
her as
and-
best as you can.
Bow and walk back to her chair and sit down with her hands folded, nervously tapping on her feet.
I go to the little girl, have her raise her arms up in the air, take her shirt off, provide a little towel to wrap around her chest, and then have her take her pants off, grab another towel to wrap around her waist, lay her down on the gurney, and I begin looking at her skin, assessing it, seeing what seems to be the problem. What do I see when I look at it?
You can do a Medicaid minus. Hold on, let me look it up.
Oh, but this is actually scripted. He wrote things for this god.
Just pretending.
Yeah.
No, it's actually not pretend. Yeah, you can do a minus 30 Medicaid.
With a facility that's a plus 20.
Yes.
I like the system.
Success with 2.
Excellent. This is something she ate, and she basically has an autoimmune disease. Her immune system is attacking her skin. She's just malnourished. Has a lot of toxins in her body.
Stefan, is this the last patient for the night?
I turn towards Dustin. Is that around this purse?
Not yet, but I will disperse them. And he goes to the door, opens it, and says, "Ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, we have reached our capacity for tonight.
They will immediately flood the door. Please, no, save us.
Stand back."
Several of them leaning on the floor. They will push on the door as you close it.
Stefan, seeing the commotion outside, he will basically ignite the shoulder pauldrons that he has, making a small flaming cape behind him, going outside, looking at the rabble, saying, "Behave yourselves, citizens of the Imperium. The Emperor shows you his mercy by sending you aid in your time of need. You're like sinners trapped in most foul diseases. He gives you this small sliver of hope, and you fight against each other instead of working together to assist each other to prevail over the darkest night. You threaten the lives of all of your compatriots, and not only that, but also yourself. Dispersed, and the Emperor shall make sure that you are treated tomorrow." In a very commanding voice.
They disperse.
That's something good. Gone.
You return to the room.
Sorry, Dustin, but I was afraid you may shoot them, although that would have been favorable.
Doc, you manage to treat the little girl, finally sending her on her way, giving her the right medication, which will heal her in about a week's time.
Can I roll deceive for a second?
Hmm?
I want to see if I am able to fix the doll. I'm using my disguise kit since it has needles and stuff and threads. I think I'm able to makeshift a small hand for the doll with a Medicaid patch on its
That'd be
missing
nice.
head. Hey, look, I'm a doctor too.
I don't know how long I can keep up that voice.
Yeah, no, it
This-
does
this
sound
is-
it's gonna kill you.
This is what the Inquisition is coming to. Fixing dolls.
Yeah, man, well, building trust in the community. Hopefully they won't ask questions about us.
And well, I suppose
Yeah,
we
I just need to practice more.
just got our asses kicked left, right, and center, so...
Having
What
a-
happened?
Ripsaw, is the van still okay?
It's alive.
Well, you better get to it. You have like 2 weeks worth of work ahead of you.
2
Go
weeks?
into the van. Go tend to the van.
Oh yeah,
What's... Doc,
Yeah.
what's happened to your voice?
I'm working out the correct voice, and that was not the correct voice.
It disturbed me.
out of character, that's his undercover. When he uses this voice, he's basically using his alias.
God.
My god, mother of god. But yeah, Stefan tells you that due to the damage and due to the mechanics of the game, it will take like several weeks, if not a month, to repair the van.
That
Do you
bad?
see what you have done? Do you see what you have done, Ripsaw?
Okay, stop it.
It
It's...
came back though. I was on. I got it.
Nice.
I just have to start off. I just have to literally start off with "Come here, little girl."
Oh.
That's how I go into the voice. That's how I go into the voice.
Oh,
That's how I
it
go
sounds
into the
awful.
voice, and it's terrible. It's
That's an
terrible.
awful line. How
I
did...
love it.
Yes, but it
It's
matches my
wonderful, Brad.
character.
So, what do you do as you're still in this clinic? I'm gonna say, as you look around,
I was gonna-
your lights are slowly turning off of all the machines. You sort of hear it going off, and looking out the windows again, the light is coming from down the street. A few very bright lumen down there. You
Oh,
also
So,
You-
is there any way we
you
can
see
actually
Doc.
make this door more secure?
You are in the scene. Go. What do you do?
Ripsaw's gonna
So-
be just fixing the van.
Doskin, I will grab us a new door. There are other rooms in this building. We can get a new door.
Yeah,
And then you
actually,
see,
well,
you see Doc changing out of his uniform, and as he does, okay, now that that's done, I'll go grab us a new door.
I can grab us a new door. I'm just actually wondering whether we want to try to keep the aesthetic of the place.
Of course, but we just need to find a nice door. Also, Stefan, excellent job retrofitting this suite. This is pretty good.
So, what do we think? First day, good, bad, indifferent?
Well, I think it's gonna be a little bit of time before we can get truly valuable information.
Oh,
And we
yeah.
have started up no barter yet, but maybe we can take this evening to go into the city and investigate a little.
Ooh, bring me back some conduits of some kind. And some sheet metal.
Any
We
supplies
can bring
have?
back sheet metal, but 9 on the condiments.
9 of them? That's fantastic. I'll take them.
No,
Oh,
9.
just 9. No more,
9.
no less. Yes, the number.
I'm gonna say this is one of you talking in like High Gothic, and the other in Low Gothic.
Yeah, Ripsaw doesn't know anything about High Gothic.
Exactly.
Ripsaw,
Yes.
for the last time. 9.
Okay.
Okay. Just so we're clear.
Okay.
Okay,
I-
perfect.
I look forward to those 9.
And as Doc was going to turn her back around, you see him turn back and look at you. And just shake his fucking head.
Right. So anyway, now that conversation is over, do we have enough to keep us going for at least tomorrow? Medical
Well,
supplies
if
wise.
we conquer the rest of this hab, probably, yeah. We could probably get all the metal, piping, wood,
No,
furniture.
I'm talking medical supplies wise for a front.
Oh, we're gonna eventually run out within probably a week.
Okay, so we got at least another day.
Yeah, another
I
6
reckon-
days.
Yeah, I
Possibly.
reckon. What do you call it? Within at least 2 to 3 days, we're gonna have a visit.
Okay, so
At which point we'll be told that we work for them and blah 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 blah.
not if Stefan has something to say about it.
I know that, which is why I'm saying, what do you call it? We may want to actually sort of look at, reinforcing doors, etc., etc.
Okay.
Doskin, if you want, you can do a security test. -10. Or however much security you want to provide, actually.
Wow. With -10 because
Nah.
I can assist you in the security.
You can choose the difficulty, and then depending on that,
Right.
you get more or less.
I will go with then normal because I have none security.
Or damn bad.
It's going to be hard for me anyway.
Duskin, would you like some help with the security? I have.
I would
3
love
checks.
some.
Finally, you
All right,
see,
I got 3 checks in it.
You see Ripsaw coming up the stairs with a box of tools. Ripsaw, you've been working on the van. What have you been doing with it?
Oh. Well, repairing the engine, repairing the frames, hydraulics, the suspension, making sure the tires are not worn, making sure there's headlight fluid.
Nice. Of course, we're running out of it.
You're repairing
Yeah.
a critically damaged vehicle. You're on -9 critical. So you spend a full day repairing 1 critical damage.
Okay.
Yeah, it takes time.
Yep.
Do we have a agitator here, by chance?
Which kind? Oh yeah, God.
I mean, in the clinic. Were we able to acquire a agitator?
Were you?
I hope.
No.
No? Okay.
I mean, if you in your previous adventures picked up a cogitator, then
We,
yes.
we didn't.
No, we didn't. I'm gonna take a look
Sorry,
at...
let me just say, it's actually a minus. Jesus, is that right? Oh, that's another thing. You can do -20 tech use test. Europe, so.
All right.
Stefan will assist you with what knowledge he may have.
All right. And that'll be 0 because I have that combine tool.
A little montage of Ripsaw grabbing his gear. Slowly repairing it. It was actually a minus 90.
Oh, 90. I
but
pass anyway.
But I was being nice, and you would have passed it anyway.
But that's even higher than the book. God damn.
It's pretty insane. You managed to repair some critically damaged parts of the vehicle. Welding them on, like absolute essential engine parts have broken apart and burnt. You manually weld and clean this huge advanced machinery, lay them down in front of you, and from memory alone you remember the full manual of taking apart this vehicle. Every little cog, every tube, every spring. You put it down, weld them together, and finally put them in. And you turn on the engine, and even to your surprise, it works. You can remove 1 critical damage.
Nice.
You come up, feeling accomplished. You step up the stairs.
Stefan was helping him, like, what do you need? The wrench spanner? Which one? The 4th one? The
Starch. just out of nowhere, just starch chips. I want some.
Which one?
The ones that have like 1% salt.
And I hand over whatever supplies he needs. But after hours, most of the time, I just from time to time go to Rip's auto system while dealing with patients. After hours, the data suite, I would wish to investigate its contents. We've procured from Savarun Karil's estate.
Did you want to set up some security first, Duskin?
I just actually did it there now and filled with 4.
I can help you with that.
You did with 10%.
Feel free to describe what you're doing, guys. Really want to see.
Okay, so Duskin is basically essentially looking at walls, hammering in what he called metal plates to the back of wooden doors. It's just basically just sort of putting more stress on their hinges and just going, this isn't working.
Yeah.
He has no parts to actually replace the hinges. The buckling, they're not really doing anything, and it's essentially pointless.
Duskin.
Yes.
He
feels a shiver go down his back.
Do you want me to repair that?
No, I want you to make it better.
Oh, okay.
Essentially, we are going to get a visit at some stage from the local gang. They're going to either say we work for them or, attempt to kill us. So what I want to do is I want something that can at least slow them down if things go south.
An exploding door?
We have injured people in here, so probably not.
No, very well. I'll see what I can do. And Rip's Osman. Although...
Oh, no. No, an exploding door. No. We'll leave that.
Okay.
Yeah, Doc probably wouldn't be happy if we shredded his patients after he put so much work into them. See?
Yeah, I succeed with 2 degrees in security. So Rip's just going to gently rip out the door that Duskin put there off its hinges. and then just build a new frame right there, and then put a nice solid steel door there.
Yes. What the security test simulates is the security test that anyone would have to beat to break it open. So they would have to do a -20 security test.
So mine was... Wow.
It's better than nothing.
Mine was basically a chair in front of the door.
A -20 security test means that no regular citizen would be able to open it. You would have to have a specialist. Regular people don't have 20 in a skill.
Yeah.
And as Duskin comes up and looks at it and goes, some good work. Knew we had a tech priest on the team for something. Is the van?
Yeah, well, guys, what are you doing? Come on.
Luskin, aren't you and Doc going to go shopping?
Shopping?
The sheet metal and the 9...
Yes, just the sheet metal.
What? Could you at least bring me a cogitator?
Concern yourself not with scrap iron. I'm certain the citizens here will be more than eager to offer some scrap for our services.
That sounds good. I'm glad you're back now, Stefan. Can we head out and go do business in the city and chase down some leads, meet some people?
Oh, we're actually gonna have to do some deducing here. Take this. And he offers you a note clip with a page with what seems to be squiggles and words that don't make sense. You obviously, due to your training and profession, you realize, yes, this is an encoded messages cipher. Samuel found this, and knowing that you have a background in cryptology, I thought you'd be best to figure it out.
That makes the most sense. Let me take a crack at it. And I begin looking through and reading this text. Looking for anything that could be a clue, some type of cipher within the text.
Meanwhile, Stefan will ask Ripso to come towards him.
Ah, yes.
Do you have an MIU unit or something to plug into a cogitator?
Yes, of course. And I show him my pinky finger, and you see it just extend with wires and stuff. Like you see the whole finger's been replaced.
Does it look clean?
You can see like what is it? Corpse starch dust on it. Like you just recently ate some.
Stefan will basically cringe at seeing the state of your port and say, clean it thoroughly with alcohol and then come back. I need your help in assisting with some data that could be relevant.
Oh, is it holy data of the Mechanicus?
Honestly, we don't know. We found a data slate disguised as a glow globe in the estate that we investigated previously, so it could be anything, honestly. You know,
Okay.
disheveled noble families. Who knows what they're hiding?
And you see Ripsaw like pull up a little bit of his cloak and start cleaning off his freaking MIU.
Stefan will take a spray and spray the MIU and make him clean it again. It's alcohol. Just clean it.
Do I have to be this presentable?
Yes.
Is it a High Lord I'm going to be meeting?
No, it's me.
But you don't seem to mind me.
Yes, well now I'm not gonna stitch that thing in the back of my neck.
Oh, we're sticking this in the back of your neck.
Yes, well I'm not able to relay data with you in real time. Otherwise.
Well, I could always hook up the MIU onto Doggo if you're feeling up to it.
Just lean it for me, or I will slap you.
You're the leader. I just continue cleaning off my MIU.
After some time, Stefan will take the data slate, plug his own MIU into the data slate, and take Ripsaw's MIU and plug it in one of his female ports on the back of his neck, being able to assist him in relaying data of whatever end operations regarding the extraction of information from this very covert data slate.
It's just a huge wall of strange symbols pouring down the interface. The binary code is unfathomably complex. As soon as you access it, I want you to do a security test. Minus 50.
I presume you have enough to assist me with this?
Yeah, I have 3 check marks in it.
It's okay, I have 4.
Oh, okay.
You haven't seen this kind of encryption outside of the Navigator houses, the Inquisition, these complex institutions.
Well, Stefan is thinking about it. It makes sense they were inquisitorial informants. Some of them must have access to this, although it's still suspicious. We would take Stefan and Ripsa would take 10 minutes to prepare the necessary incense and recite the prayers before attempting to breach the security system. And I will roll.
I'll do my best to calm the machine spirit of the data slate, so it's a whole lot easier and smoother process of getting inside.
It's a minus 50, right? I think I'm missing something, but I'll roll with a minus 30.
That sounds about right.
Success with 4 additional.
Very, very nice. Stefan, you very deftly managed to copy all the code to the right places and cover all the holes. You're familiar with this from your Inquisition training. But it does strike you that anyone without Inquisitional training or high up in the Mechanicus wouldn't be able to open this. As you open it, vast libraries of High Gothic in a coded language is laid bare for you. Which of you know High Gothic?
I do.
Not me.
You can do a Forbidden Lore Assassinorum test. Minus.
I don't have it, but I do have Archivator, and if it's written on paper or on something, it does activate.
Nope.
No? Okay.
You have to decipher it.
Yeah, I just roll it with minus 10, even though I don't know it.
It's minus 20 since you don't have the skill. But the sheet will do it automatically. The skill is a minus 20 as well.
No, you cannot attempt Forbidden Lore if you don't have it.
That's true, yeah.
But Archivator allows me to roll it with minus 10.
I see. Can you really read the rules of Archivator?
Yeah, I think as long as it's written, like, you cannot make it out of your head, but if it's documented, you may attempt a test. I'm just gonna search the PDF real quick.
Yep. What are the rest of you doing while he does that?
Dot is deciphering the page Samuel found, or the book. I'm not sure what it was.
And Duskin is pretty much just keeping perimeter security at the moment.
Awesome. James, are you here?
Yes. See.
Yes. You can do a scrutiny test -10. He actually didn't bring all of the tomes, he only brought a couple of tomes pertaining to Karil's dynasty history.
I'm gonna use inspiration to reroll.
Yeah.
-2.
-2 to this.
Yep.
You do not glean anything interesting from the notes.
Can I take some time and try again?
Yes, you can.
You may.
One.
No, you can ask help from Dustin or something.
You going for? Hold on. Or not.
Yeah, after failing again to decipher what of any meaning from this document, Duskin, can you come over here and take a look at this?
Right, what are we looking at? What is it?
I'm really not sure. I guess Stefan thought it was some type of cryptography, but it's not.
Okay, well, let's have a quick look.
It's a large tome with Karil's dynasty history written in by various heirs over the years. And you read through it. Some of it is flavorful, interesting, but not really of use to you.
Yeah, doesn't really seem like anything, but just shelve it and we'll sort of look at it again later.
Okay, if you think that's the best idea. I mean, Stefan put me on this, and he kind of wanted this done now, not an hour from now, a day from now.
Well,
Now.
I don't know what to tell you. I've read it. I don't really. I can try to read it again. Someone gives me some sort of
You
inspiration.
see his hand reach down and take a hold of his sword, and he puts the other hand on his hip and looks at you and says, "Yeah, I think you should read again."
I don't have inspiration.
That's all the time you have. Unless you want to reroll with inspiration.
Don't have inspiration.
I was gonna say earlier that you all got a point of inspiration for.
Oh right. Okay. Well
for
then
being so great. I just forgot to say.
Sorry.
So
Okay.
you all get 1 inspiration.
No, I activated does not allow me to things that I don't have forbidden. I cannot.
Excellent.
Okay, well, I'll and Doc have another look at it. See if anything.
Oh yeah, Alice.
drops out.
Is there something other forbidden lore with a higher difficulty test that I can attempt?
Nope.
Okay,
Nothing.
yeah, I guess.
Yes, that's -2.
There's nothing interesting in the tomes.
Well, I'll give you the duty of informing Stefan this was a waste of time.
In the meantime, Stefan turns towards Ripsaw and looks at him and says, "I can't understand any of it. Seems to do something with assassin cults. Know anything about Assassinorum?"
Let me look.
Very nice. You can do an Assassinorum test. -20.
I do not have that.
Then you don't know.
Then you can't take.
Yeah, I don't know. I would. You see Ripsaw just like grab Dog and was like, "Do you know anything about the assassins on Holy Mars?" And Dog would just stick out his tongue, just like looking all happy. He's like, "Of course not. No, we do not know."
It's basically coded language. The header is Assassinorum, but the content itself is just a bunch of coded language that you can't use.
Can cryptology work?
It's more like references to things that you don't know.
Oh, wordplay. I hate
Yeah.
it.
Just names of events and places that you've never heard of.
Stefan says unplugging Ripsaw from his female MIU, female port saint. Well, hopefully the others have better chances. Maybe they might know something regarding this. Either that or we're gonna have to document ourselves. Who knows, maybe this individual Jack Van Stone knows something.
Maybe if you bring me a cogitator, possibly you'll have information on this assassin thing.
I thought the Assassinorum just lays its information. This is forbidden lore. Wherever you may find it, it's most likely not somewhere you should be snooping around.
Possibly the Mechanicus higher up would know.
Who knows? Let's just hope that Dart and Dustin have found something.
Hmm.
And Stefan and Ripsaw eventually enter the room where Dart and Dustin are. And says, well, we hit a wall here. Any of you guys know anything about the Assassinorum?
Nothing.
What about you, Dart? And I see Dart there trying to make sense of the books and look at Dustin and being like, I see you're having a wall on your end as well.
Yep, absolutely zip. It's like, yeah, it's nonsense.
Ooh.
It's vague parables and there's no connecting story or any sort of form or yeah, it's just no.
Can I see the book?
Books, there's several. Ripsaw.
Or, okay, I would like to see some of the books.
I'll go ahead.
Alrighty.
It's gonna hurt.
Hurt. Books cannot hurt. Unless you throw them.
In this version.
Roll that scrutiny with a -10. Fuck. Fuck.
Success with 6 additional.
Oh my god.
I hate you so much.
Big brain.
You open the book and you just point to a random place. It's like, it's right there. Like this is pretty essential.
Do you not see this right here? This plant right here. This plant right here.
Exactly. And you can do a Scholastic Lore Imperial Warrants tests.
Shit. Infused knowledge.
-20.
Must not do.
I can attempt it if you don't like it.
Oh, you like use inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
I shall inspire you dull minds, the power of brain.
Not one!
Damn, son.
Fuck!
I don't know if there's anything to do here.
I don't think so. I mean, it's up to you more than you should do it, since you're relaying information.
I'm not the player here. You're the ones who are supposed to do the
I-
role playing.
It now falls to the GM to sing us the lullaby of
everything. Well,
roleplay.
my
It
rule
is your turn.
80% of the
Come,
talking
come,
should be done by
Morten.
the players.
Hit
And
Ripsaw.
the other 20% is right now.
So
Give it to
you're
us.
saying I
Give
should
it to us
give
now.
You're saying I should give my NPCs a fate point if I do it well.
Yes.
No.
What?
I'll do it.
No,
do it.
shut up, Dodge. No.
Yes.
I think we gotta skip this one. This isn't.
Yeah, I don't think Ripsaw can do like 13 pages.
You crack open the book and you begin to read. There's an old
I
record
would,
from Aurikerald 2. It's an old space station, previously under the Karil family's control. This was the sort of the source of their wealth. As long as Aurikerald 2 was under their control, they reeked in an unfathomable wealth. This is in ancient times. The Sevarum is an inheritor, like 10, 15 chains down the line. The space station has a unique history in that the Askellon took out the entire leadership and basically claimed the station in the name of the Imperium for unknown reasons. After they feared an uprising, you can do a -20 logic test.
Alright. As you see here, during ancient times, they decided to... -20, right?
Yeah.
Alright. During ancient times, they decided to take over that planet right there. And with that planet, they got lots of thrones. Lots of thrones. And then the assassins decided to butcher them quite a lot, and fuck. And, well, they're all dead now. Now it's part of the Imperium.
Would you like an inspiration to try again?
Yes, please. I would like to nat one again.
Did you go? How about taking a closer read and explaining it better?
Oh, yes. You see right there? That guy right there, the one with the knife? Yeah, he stabbed that person there.
That's literally what you say as one of the names involved. As you look back and you see the records of the names of the Karil family. One of them is vaguely familiar, and you really have to go deep into your memory to remember why. I want you to do a Forbidden Lore test. Inquisition. -10.
Can all of us do it?
I'll just say the name out loud. Whatever name that is. Because I don't have it.
Baraquick.
Baraquick. Do any of you know a Baraquick?
It's an unusual name. You've never heard of anyone named Baraquick.
I have studied some records.
Baraquick.
Allow me to jog my memory for a bit, and he would just repeat the same name for like 10 minutes until he pace around the room. See there? No, the other day. No, that's the canteen assistant.
I'll look over at Duskin.
What's the modifier?
-20. Forbidden Lore.
I'll look over at Duskin.
No, -10. -10.
Oh, nice.
Ripsaw's going to look over to Duskin and go, Baraquick is a stupid name.
Yeah, it's not an Imperium name.
Success with 7.
Siobhan, you remember back to your training. Baraquick is an alibi name used in false flag events. It's essentially a signature name that you would leave for the Inquisition. The Karil family has been working with Inquisitional alibi names in the past in staging false flag events.
Well, we know that this family was dealing with the Inquisition, but they do sure seem to serve in a more direct manner as well, not only providing information. Are you aware what false flag operations are? Ripsaw?
No, I don't study inquisitional things.
It's
I
not
study like things like the van.
charming. Well, you should know this. Sometimes there isn't really a motive for the Inquisition to investigate something. So we create a motive.
Oh.
This is what is called a false flag operation.
Oh. That's scary.
You will go back into the records of the names of the Karil family members and their contacts, and you will find several more of these unique inquisitional signature names used to stage these events. The Karil family has been working with them for generations.
This doesn't make sense. The Carrillo family wouldn't put the Inquisitor's life in danger. They seem loyal. The things they've done for the Inquisition, even a loyal member of the Inquisition will think twice before accepting such a mission. Is
The perfect cover-up.
Is Stefan fair in assuming this?
Yeah.
So somebody outside of the Inquisition, or, well, at least we can rule out the Caril family having a hand in our Inquisitor's death. Is there any recent operation they have undertaken which seems familiar with what I've heard from the patients? Like, oh man, a few years this thing happened. No.
Do an intelligence test -10. You're just working off of vague memories now, unless you have photographic memory.
I have conditioned intellect.
What is it?
Which, by spending a minute, no, that's that. The other thing. Total recall.
Oh, you have total recall. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Then you would remember that the other inquisitorial team, specifically Zaul, was sent to cooperate with a name that corresponds to one of the contacts of the Karil family.
Sorry, I was writing it down.
Zaul was working with someone who corresponds with the contacts in the journal of the Karil family.
Zaul being one of the people
He's an
who left
inquisitorial agent.
Yeah,
and he was working with one of the informants in the Severan records.
So known to have been in the proximity of the Inquisitor before his death.
Or the Several family.
Yeah. This is we didn't know he was working with the family, but now we do. Well, it seems Saul was at the point man. and the one that was offering the family the Inquisitional assistance and possibly their targets, their liaison, as it were.
And you as a group have not been informed of what the other Inquisitorial teams are doing for their own safety. Just that they are in the same locations.
Stefan thinking whether it is taboo to interfere with another squad's operations, as it could lead to the operation's failure or even worse, jeopardizing it completely. Stefan is torn a bit. This cannot be left unquestioned. Turning towards the Ripsaw and Dustin, we should get in contact with Acolyte Saul. The only issue is that, due to the nature of our work, we don't exactly know where each other's cell is. Safer that way.
Be sure. Don't know if he's hate to say it, loyal to Inquisitor Typhus. Mr. Typhus.
Well, we know that the Lees...
Caster Typh.
Sorry.
Well, we do know that Saul was the liaison between the Inquisition and the Carril family. The Carril family have done mighty works for the Inquisition. Their loyalty is definitely not under question. And Saul does not have a record of binge of questionable faith. Is this true, by the way? Or is Stefan backing up on his ass?
If someone double crosses the Inquisition and used to work with them, their entire line of their family is erased. The Carril family and estate wouldn't exist if they betrayed the Inquisition.
However, I am...
You can pretty simply deduce that from the information you have.
You're right. I do believe we should approach Saul with caution. But at the moment, he is our best lead. Other that and this master thief, which seem to have messed with the navigator houses, but I doubt this is related to the Inquisitor's death.
Unless
Okay.
the Psychers had a hidden knife they used to have weird magic to send to him.
Mayhaps.
I'm telling you, Psychers are bad.
Anyway, Dustin, you wanted to say something?
I was going to say, do we want to interfere with his investigation as well? We are, let's face it, we are on a cause of revenge. Let's not, euphemisms or anything else in his place. We are on a cause of revenge. He is on a cause for the Imperium.
Yes, well, our mission is most holy, Dustin. Do keep this in mind. I'm certain that
Is it?
we outrank him in this regard.
Is it?
Do not question its validity.
I'm not questioning its validity. I'm questioning whether or not we should take others from their holy duty, help us on a mission of, as I said beforehand, revenge and retribution.
I see. However, Dustin, there is nothing more important than this. So yes,
May I?
we shall.
I will follow your lead. But I'm just saying, there may be more important things out there, and we should not expose operatives of the Inquisition to potential enemies unless we absolutely need to.
Stefan thinks for a moment. Very well. We shall wait for a bit on this. However, chances are that Mr. Zawol's life is in danger as well. If you consider this to be a sensitive matter, we should rest on for a bit of time. Until we have no other clues, then so be it. I trust your judgment. It has not failed you yet.
Surely we must have other clues than which are more easily accessible than exposing a Inquisitional agent. So let's face it, we are being followed. We are being targeted. I don't understand that anyone can think we're not. So if we go left, there is someone there. If we go right, there is someone there.
Possibly. However, if you ask me, people most likely target our Inquisitor rather than us. Unless we have done something at a personal level.
I don't know, I think it's just the tying up of loose ends. Because what are we doing? Looking to avenge our Inquisitor.
That and taking a page from Dark's book, Stefan says, and we're searching to kill them before they kill us.
Indeed, so of course they're going to be coming after us. They're going to be following us, and they're going to be looking at people we contact. We might contact them 2 weeks later.
Yeah, well, they won't
Remember,
get that time.
As you said, we are the Inquisition. We are greater than the sum of our parts. That means that we must die so that the Imperium survives, then so be it.
Right now, Dustin, we are nothing. Our authority is the life from that of a dead man. Best case scenario, we're impersonating members of the Inquisition.
Did I hear dead men?
We're into the Inquisitor, Dark.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah, still hurts. But these are the facts. I'll wait
So
for...
who do we have to kill? You said something about killing?
the persons that are after us, but
Stefan,
we still need to find them. Yes, Dustin.
we are still Inquisition. We will act like it.
I object.
On the
Right
grounds.
now, that we have no authority given to us.
And how is that any different than any time we've ever been put into somewhere?
Because
Never
our
had
Inquisitor
any
was
authority.
alive.
And was he ever really used?
Well, there was that time on Series Madness when we had to defend the vault. The
Yeah.
Gene Vault. There was also the contact he had also on Series Madness, which was the Judge Juris. So he could provide cover stories and give us authority.
We operate 90% of the time then as non-members. As just people.
No, I get what you're saying, Duskin, but this is actually a better time for us because we're truly beyond remit of anything. There's nothing that we couldn't truly do right now. We're not beholden really to any laws.
Sure.
We have actual flexibility for once on our side. There's not a, we have to do it this way, we're forced into it that way.
Okay. Look. You actually realize that we had a Ordo Hereticus person, sorry, excuse me, on our ship. Correct?
Yeah.
You honestly think they're going to let us just walk away? Because I can assure you they are not.
That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, yeah, and we have the flexibility to actually kill them now.
But we must
Down here in the dark.
We have to operate under the same principles of keeping our heads down and not drawing attention to ourselves, because if they do, they will bring fire and fury down upon us and we will end up on pyres.
Yeah, I understand that, but we don't have to do it as Inquisition members. We can do it as nobodies.
Oh.
If you're saying that you want to follow just the principles of staying low and everything, okay, I can agree with that, but we don't have to do anything like how we used to.
I think that is our guiding principle.
Okay, yeah, that should be pretty easy, but if we're staying low the whole time, how are we supposed to cover dirt about who's trying to track us down and where they're at?
If I may interject.
You may not.
Oh.
Please do.
I'm just messing with you, Ripsaw. Go ahead.
There is a place deeper down below that used to belong to the Mechanicus. It's been long abandoned. I do not know if anything is still left down there, but it is a good look.
Oh no, I agree. If we could get down there and meet the Untainted faction, that would be ideal.
Agreed.
But that is going to take time away from here for us to do, and for us to better fit in around here, we're going to need to keep up the guys.
Then why don't we split up?
No.
I think that would be a poor choice.
Very well.
Don't get me wrong, Ripsaw. I'm not stopping you from going off, but I would say that splitting up in this area is very bad. Let's say.
Well, enough of this matter. Let us proceed. We still have 4 more hours before we have to hit the sack. So, gentlemen, how do you feel about meeting with some gang members? Preferably this time not shooting at them.
That sounds like a good idea.
Well, I thought it was going to be true, but yeah, let's go.
Well, And as well, hopefully we can get some whales. Something tells me we're not gonna be able to use the van anytime soon. Maybe
Well,
the gang can set us up then.
as Stefan failed last time, I'll do the talking. As what he called Duskin's doing, what he called
Whoa, whoa,
stretches
whoa,
and
whoa. Hold up.
what?
If we're gonna go talk to the painted throngs, whatever you want to call them, okay, you guys can do the talking. But if we're going to the other guys, I'm talking, or Stefan. Probably me and just Stefan. Probably Ripsaw as well.
Well, I wouldn't
Maybe
dispose of
you
Ripsaw
as
just
well.
yet.
Who we're talking to then?
If we're going to the painted throngs, I'm not talking at all. That is something that I'm very uninterested in. They like to cut themselves. Very, very unhygienic.
No, those are the explosive dudes.
Yeah. Yeah, those motherfuckers tried
Oh.
to kill us.
Oh,
No, the painted thrones were not the ones that tried to kill us. That's right.
You know what? I don't care.
okay.
Right, okay, I'm all limbered up. Let's go talk.
Since I think it's kind of important, you have been attacked by the Flesh Cutters. The Cloud Boys.
Okay.
The Cloud Boys
Okay.
are a separate faction that you've been in conflict with ever since you left this living. The tech gangs attacked you. Some of the people who left the tech gangs attacked you in the tunnels, and then the painted throngs. You just looked at them so far.
Tech gangs?
Tech gangs, yes.
You know, when we were in the
The
tunnel,
the brass men specifically.
Yep.
They attacked you in the tunnels.
Okay.
They are
Right.
basically tech priest gangers.
Okay, so I'm gonna actually just fire down the plasma rifle and just keep my souls then and go, you know what? Whoever you want to talk to, talk to. It's probably gonna end up the same, so, you know.
That don't know. Stop being a damn pessimistic mother. God, you're such a trash can sometimes, Duskin. Why you gotta be like this?
oh,
You just can't be. No hope. No hope for anything.
No,
Things
I just know the
can't
way.
go our way.
No, I just know the way things
If we
work
just put
out.
the effort in, it can't go our way. If we don't mess up and make mistakes, as Doc Side Eyes Ripsaw, things will go our way. I mean, we were sitting pretty comfy in there before someone threw a grenade.
Or like a terrorist at that, but
It's
Yeah.
not my fault.
Okay.
it was Ripsa, and
Ye-
you will not be able to live it down. However, let's hope that we aren't in full-fledged war with every gang of the city. Let's make a good first impression this time.
Okay, should I bring flowers or chocolates or...
Loaded gun.
Oh, look, okay, that's being a good impression. But yeah, okay, let's go. Let's go. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Hold up! Stop! I have a
I'm ex-
dossier with
I'm
pictures.
excited.
So, since we're going into the city, the last time I went, I don't remember if you guys heard this or not. I believe I told maybe a few of you, but not all of you, I don't think. But I managed to cut a hole in the fencing that links to the power plant in the city. And I put in some spray paint that is special. Reflective spray paint, basically. And basically an IR kind of paint. So it's only something that we'd really be able to find since we'd be looking for it. But the space I cut into that fence is only so big. I mean, I can fit through it. I guess anyone that's bigger than me couldn't. And I also found out that they have a small kind of like an outpost on the opposite side of the city where the the cadre are, and the cadre are also stationed at the power point. The painted throngs kind of stay in this more developed area about in the middle of the city, but closer to the power plant, so it's pretty nicely spaced. But when we enter into the city, we come through the abhuman zone, and that's not too friendly.
Well, to be fair, Dutch, the Abhuman zone is the one zone we were not attacked in.
That's a good point.
So Duskin's going to come over the radio and say, "Do you know where we're going to have this meeting?"
Well, certainly, I'm thinking about asking the subhumans if they know.
It's just if we have it in open, myself and Doc can be in perched positions.
Well, most likely we'll have to come to them.
Oh, most definitely. And we should not be guised as we are. Well, you guys shouldn't be guised as you are now.
I shouldn't be myself.
Ripsaw, for you, you can always be yourself.
I appreciate.
With the extra couple thousand thrones bounty on your head as well. It just
What?
flushes out your personality.
Oh, what else?
And you see Doc begin putting on his all black carapace armor. You see him start putting on the drummer and then the chameleon cloak. And then he looks at you, waiting expectantly.
Stefan just changes his robes. The armor underneath still invisible, but an iron collar around his neck is most definitely visible.
Okay, well, I'm going to change back to... you know what, fuck it, I'm actually just going to fire on a chameleon cloak and just have my armor.
Whenever you're ready to go, just
I
say,
would-
"We go there," or whatever.
I would advise, if you have chameleon cloaks, that we just do this as stealthily as possible. It would make so much more sense, and our entrance would be so much more extravagant.
Well, we do want to put them at ease and not start conflict with them, so I believe visibility and transparency should be key.
Well, I guess I'll just be invisible then. Until it's time.
Very well. Hopefully there won't come at such a time. Anyway, eventually the group equips all of their guns and equipment, and we set off on foot. And we may inquire to Painted Throne's location, where the gangs are most likely to be seen.
As soon as you walk out of the building, are you on foot or are you taking a van?
No, we're definitely on foot.
Okay. As soon as you step out, Duskin is gonna step in a puddle. It's quite deep as soon as you open the door. It wasn't here yesterday, and as you look down, the puddle is red with blood. You just look down the street, it's totally empty. Down the other way, it leads down into a mining complex where you see scaffoldings and various mining equipment further down there. And looking further up, you can see through the broken streets the light coming on in the city, as life is continuing there, as it does nearly 24 hours a day. It never seems to shut down. People just sleep at various times, and you start to walk across the street. And as you all try to look inconspicuous I'm gonna ask, what are you guys dressed as?
Stefan is dressed as a resident of the Underhive.
If someone were to just see you crossing the street, what would they say? What would they assume about all of you?
Specifically for Stefan, they would see a man wearing a pretty nice leather hoodie. The origin of the leather is questionable, but not someone well off in the Underhive, and definitely not someone that is poor. He's somewhere in between.
James, what about you?
They would see nothing.
Duskin?
Well, they would have seen a guy come out, what he called, splash. Then, as he, what he called, looks side to side, see nothing on the street, would run across to the opposite buildings, having taken a map of what he called the sort of walkways above what he called the street, and then what he called he would have disappeared up there. It is,
Yeah, but what are you wearing?
whatever-
What kind of clothing do you have? What do you look like?
Well, he wears black armor whenever he's moving, and what he called whenever he stops, nothing. Sort of blends in the background.
So you're wearing black armor?
Hmm?
Like a full paramilitary armor?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. And you, Ripso?
I think it's BRB.
Okay.
Just changed his priest cloak, I think.
So we have one guy dressed as a commoner, another one wearing a Ninja Turtle helmet, armor, and then the tech priest probably.
And
Alright.
that most likely just stayed into the shadows.
I want you all to roll it. One of you to roll a d100.
First off, I am not a Ninja Turtle.
You're a shitting turtle.
I'm Jackie Chan.
Come on, gentlemen, roll a d100, any of you.
Fucking Donatello.
Donatello. Fuck, Dustin is first. Dustin.
No,
That was a split second. That was half a second. You were half a second away.
James, about your fucking thing, like, why so negative? If we do our best, will something bad really happen? Fucking rolls a net 100. Thank fuck, Dustin. Thank you.
That was about to be catastrophic. That
Why
was
so
about to be the
why
Russia,
so
Ukrainian
pessimistic,
crisis
guys?
all over again.
Yeah, I'm just imagining Dark being like, why so pessimistic? Meanwhile,
Whitney's and GM go and say, I'm gonna make a ruling. I'm gonna make a ruling that
as you pass the streets, you walk under some overhang and sort of hide yourselves on one side of the street. It's a very narrow sidewalk, and very quickly you'll see a group of people sort of gathered on a little sort of plaza straight ahead of you. It has been bombed. There is a dried out fountain, and a man is standing by, kind of what looks like the hot dog stand with wheels, and he's yelling, "Fresh meat! Fresh meat! Come all! The harvest is here!" And you will see sort of crates filled with something.
does he have any iconography of Gant around his shop or on him?
Yeah, he has a deep cut over his head. He's bald, fat, small, just this large layer of fat from his chin to his shoulders. It's just this rotund figure.
I approach his stall, sup, and look interested at the meat.
You there. You look like you would want some fresh. He stops himself for a little second, as you can see several of the people in the street throwing coins at him, picking up little pieces of meat. The scrap wars brought a good harvest. You look like you could use a good meal.
Mm.
He's gonna smile and hold up a piece of meat. It's just a big red, scorched, blackened lump of meat.
While this is going on, what he called Duskin has put a bead on his head.
Stefan looks interested at the meat. From the scrap wars, you say must be pretty fresh.
Fresh. Fresh yesterday. He looks up at you, smiles. He has two blackened, narrow, shark-like eyes.
Oh, from the origin of the meat, who were the thrones fighting against?
The Throngs? I don't know who that is. Would you like some meat? How about you? He's gonna throw the meat at you, Duskin.
Duskin's on a roof.
Little tiny slather of meat.
Duskin's on a roof on
Nah, you
Overwatch.
can't teleport mid-scene. You gotta say it before. Sorry.
I already did.
Yeah, he
Did
did
you?
say he said that he's basically jumping from roof to roof.
That's impossible. There's no way to jump from roof to roof.
Damn.
As I've mentioned.
Okay, well, then, fine. I'm gonna retcon that and say I'm not gonna have a sniper rifle, I'm gonna have a plasma rifle. And I'm just gonna go, yeah, no thanks, and get back at him.
Come on, man. We just want to do some business right at the end. Can you point us to one of their representatives or some stuff like that? One of their bosses?
Sure. If you buy one of my batches, I'll show you where they are.
Sure.
He will hold up a little small crate and just place it on your feet.
Before he does that, Stefan will say, but only the freshest.
Of course. He sort of wipes some drool from under his chin.
And how much is this gonna cost me?
Oh, 5. You can roll a -20 commerce test.
Fuck, I matched it out. Oh, for fuck's sake, I'm running inspiration that. Man, tremors, we have no success with tremors.
No.
No.
Very bad.
Success with 3, thank fuck.
You toss a couple of coins to him. He smiles. Thank you. A pleasure doing business with you. And you look down at the crate. There are mangled human body parts. An arm, half of a skull. You can see the eye popping out.
After I inspect the goods and see nothing other than, standard issue meat, in the underhive, and Stefan looks at him and says, and the side dish, referring to the information.
He will point you up the street and say that they're in the parade square.
Thanks. Good selling, good sir.
Of course, they're up the alley.
Do you take the food with you?
Might as well. We pay for it.
Okay. This is human meat, to be specific.
They shoot people in the underhive ate this stuff.
Stefan, you know what is down the end of this alley, correct?
List of genders with nothing better to do than to kill people that just had a war.
Sure, why not? Let's walk down an alley. Fine, okay, why not? We're all gonna die at some stage.
Yeah, might as well do it on our own terms.
Yeah, but I'm
Alright.
not. I'm doing it on your terms.
You can move the token. You're gonna pass a cylindrical cistern that's sort of been bombed out.
And where are we heading towards?
You'll be walking into the city proper. As you pass the corners, you will start to see more and more hectic auto carriages. You'll see velocibikes on habways above. Most of the masses here seem to travel on mag rails. There are vehicles of carnwood occasionally belonging to nobles and whoever has business down here. You'll see some old relics parked by the street, guarded by gangs. Tech priests painstakingly maintaining each according with ancient pacts. There are occasionally you'll see a riding beast emerge from the mining tunnels used in the acid pits beneath the old manufactorum. You'll see several of these oversized beasts that sometimes run wild and populate this ever-growing population of mutants. And travel here generally is slow and dangerous. Gangs control all aspects of life. The threats here range from cannibalistic mutants to gangers, quakes, and a general lack of sanitation. There's screeching monorails above you as you look into the city and you see what looks almost like a modern industrial city. The streets are fairly well maintained, fairly clean, and each section seems to have stationed quote-unquote guards for each of the gangs who have sectioned off the city to maintain their own territories. As you pass the monorail hubs, you can hear the screeching of several trains above. You can see tech priests mending to some of the areas. And I want you to roll a D100 again.
God. Of course, 72.
In as soon as you pass the corner on the corner here of the monorail hub, you're going to see look over, and there's a pretty big open square. The street has been sectioned off, and right around here you can see an arbitrator in full arbitrator armor with a shotgun hanging over his chest and several gallows down the way.
Mm.
You still have that called shit of human remains.
No, I left it off before we exited the Abhuman quarter. I'm not going uptown with this. Is Ripsaw anywhere near us? If he is, tell him to get the hell out of sight.
So, okay, well,
Well,
Come on, guys! I played this game for you to roleplay as well. What do you do?
yeah.
I play this
I
game to have
don't
fun.
know, to be honest.
Okay.
Stefan will say, fuck it, time for some improvisational Data gathering. From what I see him standing, does he seem to be in a good mood?
No, he has his visor open. And, no, he's grim and dead serious. He's holding a gun, and he's just pointing to several places in the streets. He keeps moving in a circular motion. Occasionally he will order someone to move over. They will kneel down, and they seem to be begging, clutching their hands together. And in the gallows you can see 11 men dangling from them.
Okay, so how far away are we from him?
You can assess on the map.
Okay, so do we say we just right turn and walk away?
The people in the gallows, any discerning features from them?
They have a hood over their heads, and they are dead.
Oh,
They're hanging lifeless from the gallows. Noose around their neck. A few of them look like they've been dead for quite a while. One is making a little bit of movement still.
Yeah, Duskin's turned around and already started to walk away.
yeah, we're not interacting with this one bit.
Yeah.
Yes. There is probably a most wanted poster with our previous aliases. We do not want to join those guys.
Good point. Yeah, so you pass the streets. There are several Hector carriages and cars are going to drive by as you move into this square. You're going to pass by several of the painted throngs. What kind of demeanor do you have when you enter this area?
Due to Stefan looking like, one of the people inhabiting.
Fucking worse to worse.
Due to Stefan looking like a pretty much inhabitant of the hive, however, he does have weapons on him, and obviously he doesn't sport any gang markings. People either think he's a very eager recruit that wants to join a gang, or a executioner, a cultist looking for a job, I guess. So
Awesome.
his attitude is a combination of business face combined with the naivete of a startup.
Nice.
And
Yeah.
Duskin will reinforce that by what he called a rather harder stare, just looking about the place as though he's looking for someone. And look at his faces. No. Not here. Just walking through.
Do you try to project some
Jack
Okay.
doesn't. I don't give a fuck where I
you're on a
am.
mission, you're looking for someone specific, and
Yes, I'm looking for
you're trying
someone
to deter
specific.
people from interacting with you, basically.
I don't care where I am. I don't care who you are. I'm on a mission.
Right.
Money. We got that CEO mentality, boys. You need an executioner and an easy paycheck guaranteed, killed or alive, but that's gonna be extra.
So you walk in with this authority. You look authoritative. I want you all to do a willpower test plus 20.
Any specific for this willpower? Is it fear stuff or?
No, nothing. Flat.
Such as with one.
Sorry, I've just actually closed down my little bit, so bear with me for a second.
Doesn't matter. We can go with that, Stefan. You lead the way, being the most visible of them all.
Oh, hell no.
The authority that you project is convincing. You will pass by several groups of men The painted throngs view themselves as artists, and the skin as their palette. They are crazy defensive of their ink work. They will immediately look at you and sort of posture up. You can imagine this like stereotypical cyberpunk gang, multicolored, crazy mohawks, rings all over, jewelry, tattoos. The more senior members are going to be completely covered in tattoos. Some will sport feathers on their head. Others will have ornamentations sort of attached to parts of their body. And you'll see several of them with grenade launchers, grenades, knives. You also see two of them standing over someone who looks like a member of the Painted Throngs, but has been flayed completely, just cut limb from limb, and is laying in the street. And you can just see like a stream of blood running down into the gutter. As soon as you approach, a gang of about 2 or 3 of them is gonna just walk along with you on the other side of the street.
Hey, yo, what's group people of the night? How you doing? As Stefan basically walks very nonchalantly, swaying almost in their direction, attracting their attention. You got some nice ink on your skin.
2 of them, a woman and a man. One of them has a blue mohawk. They're just gonna walk past you. He smiles. He has gold teeth from mouth to mouth. He's completely decked out in tattoos. He is carrying an autogun as well, brandishing it openly. Just gonna smile at you. Walk next to you.
Nice ink there, boy. Let me show you something of my own. I mean business. And Stefan will pick up his one of the rat skin sleeves. And can I roll this if this is gonna take a lot of arts and crafts beforehand?
Yeah, sure. Roll a flat to see.
Good enough. That should have been with a plus then. Successful too. They will see Stefan basically had these robes of the Mechanicus on Ceres Madness. He ripped the lumen embroiderings from the robe and made it look as if it's flesh and put it over his skin. Now, having lumen tattoos is quite a statement, because tainting the holy lumen, which is fluorescent lightning, with the flesh, and if a tech sees it, you'll most likely gonna lose your skin. So Stefan, they would see either Stefan as incredibly foolish or quite impressed with his suicidal actions.
He will sort of brandish a knife in front of you and just stand there for a little while watching you walk.
Hey man, there's no need to be hostile between us. Say, you got a boss, he might be interested in hiring a pair of good old executioners?
He will just start laughing to himself, looking over his shoulder. And you can see several of the other Painted Throngs look in your direction, sort of like he's trying to catch their attention. As soon as they look over, they're just gonna sort of shake their heads and sort of just, don't bother. And he will stand there for a little while, sort of straighten his back, deciding to approach you alone. He's gonna step into the street and halfway walk over to the other side.
Hey, haven't I seen you before?
Nah, man.
You're the guy. It's you.
Well, I am quite popular. Don't mean to be rude, but I did have a
Hey,
pretty
man,
big
this is an old
jobs.
friend of mine. Come here.
Stefan quizzically tapping on something on his finger just in case.
He's gonna sort of wave you over to him.
Do I see anything? They're hiding something behind them or something as I slowly approach? No?
No.
Well, budget might as well throw in caution to the wind. Stefan Rose.
Oh, Stefan. Is what you hear over the comm.
Hey, I got this. They look definitely like reasonable people.
He's gonna posture, lean back. He's got a pretty ginormous red mohawk. Several piercings in his eyes, in his lip, and he's going to lean forward as if he's like approaching an old friend, holding his autogun just down by his side.
Willak! You remember me, Willak? Hey, man. Come over here.
Out of curiosity, are his pupils dilated?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Yo, Oscar, man, haven't seen you since the scrapping.
Hey, what's good, man? But there's something. No. What did you do, man? You're changed. You're all
Man.
different now.
Man, I got fucked up in a bad way, dude. Lost pieces of me. Ain't real what those bastards do, man.
Where's your tattoos? Where's... God, man, we gotta fix you up.
Man, I lost most of my skin, man. Fucking ripped it from me, man. The flesh down, man. It fucked me up.
What are you doing there? I'll fix you up. Where you going?
He's like taking his hand over your shoulder. He's immediately going to start grabbing the attention of several people, pointing at them. As soon as a couple of regular civilians see you pass the street, him holding your shoulder, they're just going to immediately run off the street. The street's clear as you walk further in.
Hey, man, you know where the boss is? Got something to tell
The
him?
boss?
Yeah.
No. You're in trouble again?
I don't know, man. I just want things to be squared away, you know?
Wow, what the... Who's that? What?
He's going to point at Ripsaw.
I'm pretty
You
sure.
got one of the brass men in here, man? You're trying to get me killed?
Hey, man, do I look like I rub shoulders with a fucking brass man?
Look at him, he's got all the gear. It's a fucking brass man.
Nah, man, he's some fucking bastard out from Dead Town, man. He fucking runs some clinic or some shit. Does he look like a fucking gambler to you, man? I can kick his ass twice from Sunday, dude.
Also, you can do a fellowship test, -10.
Charm or just straight fellowship?
It's up to you.
Or charm. Plus 20?
If you
Hold
go
on.
charm, I can assist.
I don't think you can in this situation, though. I'd rather
You're
not
like,
try.
you're the attention
get
of the
it,
block
but,
right now.
you
Everyone's
know.
Success with 4.
nice. Yeah, no, you make it look pretty natural. He's gonna be frantically pointing in different directions, whistling at people on the street. As soon as they see him, they just sort of look back down in the street, including the painted throngs.
So how you been, man?
Hey, we gotta hook you up. Let's go to the House of Pain.
Oh, fuck. Remind me again what that shit was. I ate some fucking skooma, dude.
Skooma? No, man. Is this you? Why, you're different, man. You're someone else.
Oh, man,
Wow.
it's been different. You're just acting up, dude. Been
No, you're
hitting those
different.
shrooms again, didn't you?
Willak, man. You're different.
Nah, dude. brutal Wallach all the time, dude.
Where's your tattoos? That doesn't make any sense.
Sandstream, bro. They flailed me, man. The flesh cutters.
Alright.
Try
He's
to
gonna-
get some more ink on me, you feel?
He's gonna pull out. He's gonna pull out a pipe, inhalation pipe, and take a deep breath.
Hey,
He's
man.
gonna hand you the pipe.
Take a deep breath.
Oh, watch it. It's for the investigation, you see.
Of course it is.
Stefan's gonna hit the pipe.
Are you sure?
Well, I did get resistant drugs, so might as...
Okay. Resistance drugs.
Yeah.
Do a toughness test -10.
And there goes the +10. I'm gonna inspiration that.
Do you have inspiration?
No, I don't think. No, I don't. Fuck. Do I get the inspiration from?
Yeah, absolutely. That was funny as fuck. Of course you do. Of course you do.
Success with 3.
Sick.
So obviously,
you-
Stefan has worked in the administratum before. He knows how to do drugs to cope with his job.
Describe what
I
we see.
fucking hate this place.
Like, he takes Stefan takes the pipe, then he just inhales and inhales and inhales, and I'm pretty sure that the end that is almost, oh man, you're gonna die, dude. And then he moves the pipe away and lets out this giant smoke that just goes down to the ground, puts a finger into the pile of smoke, lifts it up, and looks like a spire from the hive. A good old party trick he learned from an officio meeting a few years back.
Awesome. He's gonna lean his hand on your shoulder again.
Willock, it is you, man. It is you. Let's go.
And Stefan's gonna be like, oh.
Yeah. You breathe in, but you're completely unaffected by it. You're gonna feel a little lightheaded, a little bit pain relief. That's about it. He's going to skip in this direction and walk over here.
He does realize that Stefan is basically wearing the mask with goggles on, right? Does Wallach look like that all of the time? Look like a fucking bastard
He
for
would
the
have
on?
asked you to take off your mask at one point.
Okay.
Do you do so?
Yeah, might as well. I sign for the skin to keep a distance but follow.
Yep. He's gonna skip down the street. You pass a couple of bums laying drugged out by the street, as well as a couple of painted throngs on the corner, before he leads you over to a rather large tan-colored 3-story building. It is there are several vehicles parked around it, as well as an old what looks like a shipping container of some sort. There is a large scrapyard straight ahead, and you're gonna see just this big open area with a crane and a chain link fence around it. To your right, you see a passage down into the basement of the building. There are several leather jacket wearing thugs standing outside. They don't look like the painted throngs. As soon as he approaches, sort of skipping and doing small talk, you're gonna see them walking off as he walks into the building. Do you follow?
Of course, I follow suit.
Right. Yeah. He's going to walk down a flight of stairs about into the basement. There is a waiting room. The walls are quite nice down here, and you can see through 2 half-broken windows. You can see a large open room, several chairs, people sitting in them, and they have some kind of cutting equipment that they're cutting into their skin. It looks brutal, as you can hear one of them screaming in pain. And all of you can do a fair one test.
I'm pretty sure both of us are jaded.
James.
Right, that's
Oh, have I been dragged in with you? Oh, right. Okay, cool.
Jaded.
No, I presume you're also gonna join eventually.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm jaded though.
Yeah,
Result.
same here.
Finally, we had enough of your tier 1 bullshit.
Ripsaw, are you also jaded?
Ripsaw?
Eh.
Watch is still dirty.
Yeah.
What the fuck have you dragged us into?
You all wait for a little while, and he's gonna like do some half jumping.
Oh, I'm so geared up, man. We gotta get you tapped up. All of you. You too, man. You look totally fucking weird. You.
It's pointing to you, Duskin.
You got baby skin, man. Baby skin.
He's gonna point his eye and go. And then what he called turn the dock and go. As in what he called, the sort of raising his shoulders and go. I don't see him with any.
Doc, are you visible?
Dark? Ah, he said berry.
Mm.
No, he's not here.
Well, hey man, can I like hit the bar for a bit before? Is there actually any
No.
water involved?
No fucking way. You're gonna get killed if you go in there like this. You gotta get something.
Ah, but you're right, dude. Fuck, let's soup me up with something fresh, man.
He's gonna wait for about 10-15 minutes. All he talks about is some ladies he wants to score with, and finally the patrons leave and the door opens. You can do a commerce test. Flat.
Oh no. Is that even if I have fucking 80% chance, 83% chance, I don't like it.
All of you can do it.
Oh, success with 8. Finally something. Oh no, that's charm. Sorry.
Oh, that's charm.
No, commerce is the same thing. So can I just say for commerce instead of charm? Oh, success with 6. The oh, kid. Man, Dustin, what the fuck did I get myself into? You did not fucking stop me.
What? Pardon? What?
I was totally on the fucking improv, man. You should say like, bruh, this is such a bad idea.
You know what? I was taken away by the story, and I kind of assumed that you were going, what? I kind of assumed what he called we're going to take him down an alley and shoot him in the back of the head.
Fucking no, man. He's Arlene. And apparently I need to get a fucking tattoo in order to get an in. Man, I really hope Doc has some...
He says a tattoo as the guy is skinned in front of him.
Well, obviously he did something wrong.
Yes, he was not one of them.
Exactly.
Neither are we.
Well, that's why we're getting some ink. Is it called ink? Is it called ink in 40k?
I don't know, but we're gonna fucking...
Wanna get some ink as well?
Really? No.
Watch. I think beer everyone said.
I already have ink down what I call my left hand side and across my eye. I mean, they don't know what the fuck it means, but, you know. So, can I keep that, you know, on the download? Because they'll probably think, you know, Yes, you get ink, which means I'm with you, which means I'm your bodyguard, and everything's cool. What do you think? Nope. Hello?
Don't worry, Duskin. I'm always here. What do you need?
Some soft noises. See, you're not always there. You let me down, dude.
Mm-hmm.
As for
I don't
some
believe
soft, soothing noises, nothing came. Typical fucking Americans. They promise you everything and then silence. Just like my first fucking girlfriend. She was a yank too. Bitch. Right, I'm going for a pee.
Okay, I'm back. Doc, how are you doing?
Good.
Did
What?
you know Stefan started doing hot drugs and is joining the gang?
Oh. Wow. Wow. And I'm the bad influence. And I'm the bad one. This is nuts, man. See,
Hey,
now, see,
didn't blow up a building yet. Or
Good
cause the terrorist attack. It's a pretty high bar. It's called going undercover. This is totally legitimate Inquisition undercover work, Doc. It is vital for me to hit that bond with all my might. Man, Dustin, you poor as fuck, dude. Don't even have $20 to your name, dude.
I don't have $20. What?
Yeah, I seen that commerce roll, motherfucker.
I'm poor shit. I don't need shit. I don't need money. My bed, my board, and my food and my drink is paid for.
Not by me, that's for sure.
All paid for by the fucking state. I don't need shit.
Vital work for the state. Can I get 3 grams of salvia, my man? I did the Munitorum is like, bro, what the fuck?
Dude, anything else I take from the dead. Oh, there's a couple of thrones there. Chink chink.
Oh fuck, I was debating whether or not to take a summer cell vial. I think I'm gonna do after I get age.
I mean, I'm sorry, but hold on a second. Does it really matter how rich you are when a demon rips your soul from your body?
Well, yeah, especially when you need to requisition weapons and armor and munition for taking down said demon.
Is that not influence?
Well, fuck, you're right. But still, it's the principle of it.
Okay, right. We have to actually remember he was literally a guardsman. But in real time, less than a year ago.
Well, you should have pulled some fucking strings to get a higher paycheck, man. You're working as an acolyte on a guardsman paycheck, dude.
He's on a 5-year contract.
Fuck, you signed those?
It doesn't come up for renewal for another 3 years.
See, this is why you first consult a fucking administratum contract officio.
He said sign or die.
Ah, fair point.
What are you supposed to do?
Fair point. Can't argue with that. Fucking heretics, am I right? At least do you get dental?
Yeah, I have a really bad tooth right at the back and it kind of hurts. No, you don't. Well, they do. It's more of a, what do you call it, of a gun going doof, smacking you inside of the face.
Fuck.
Yeah, sometimes cracks the tooth, which makes it worse, but it's cool. It's cool.
Free dental removal, or do you also have to pay for it?
Costs 2 thrones.
Fuck.
But you can complain to your commissar.
Yeah, I'm sure she will care. He might do it again, but with a bolter, not with a blunt end of a bolter, not a fucking device.
Welcome to the guard. Your new pronouns are mate and shield.
Damn.
In fact, actually, your name is now Mate and Shield.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, what?
Remember when Stefan once said I'm in control of the situation?
Oh.
Yeah, me neither.
Just kind of assumed you were half-assed it.
Stefan just hit a wave with his surfing board and somehow entered the fucking. He's just rolling with the wave, not really sure how to land this.
And he stick.
Let's just hope this isn't a wipeout.
I gotta be honest, why did we not try to go across a vehicle and try to go across to the other hive city?
The other hive city?
Yeah, the one that is actually potentially loyal to us.
You mean the space station of House Brabazon in orbit?
No. Maybe. No.
Or are you referring to the other, to the Mark replica of House... What, I need to check my notes. That one?
Yeah, that one.
Well, I'm afraid of them probing our mind and suddenly asking, so what is this about the Inquisitor? Because their deal was with the Inquisition, not with us specifically.
Okay. I have another question. Why the fuck are we even here?
Well, we wanna make contact with the, let me check the name again. Not Flesh Cutter, not Brassman. Painted Thrones. We wanna make contact with them and hopefully negotiate some protection and some information.
So, we have no Inquisitor. We're by ourselves. We have no support. Let's just say we just don't take out the top of every single house we can.
Well, mainly because they can kill us with a single thought. And they have access to indispensable armies.
Hey! Anyway, so.
Well, there's easier ways to die. Hey, Martin.
Yeah, what's up?
How's it?
I say we go 80s Rambo style.
No, don't. Anyway, Stefan's about to get some ink, man.
Alright.
His beautiful pink skin is about to get some luminous.
Describe where you all are getting your ink.
I'm not getting ink.
What it
Well,
looks like.
Well, I'm... Oh, fuck. I'm getting on my left arm, upper left side of my arm. Give me a design of the painted thrones. What does the general design look like? Or can I choose what it is?
Yeah, you can choose yourself, of course.
It's gonna be what seems to be a rooted hand holding several skulls. The hand itself sprouts roots that enter the eye socket of 3 skulls, and from their mouths are different flowers. Some of them are what seems to be a local fruit in their mouth. The other, what seems a very artistic rendition of a lily, and the middle one would have a rose that bleeds.
Sick. Alright. You go through the motions, sit there for a little while,
Well, they burn it with quite brutal methods into your skin. At the end of it, your new friend jumps up in joy. And he asks the rest of you to also get a tattoo.
Just gonna say no.
Do a charm test. Minus 10.
You got this, Naskin.
Yeah, you'd think so, but
Oh yeah, with your roles recently, no, you got this, dude. I trust in you. Stay positive.
that's 10, you say.
Yo, he's got the skin condition, man. And I'll assist you. I'll assist you.
Nice, nice.
He's all off the whack.
He's whacked.
You seen it?
No.
Hold on, I'll do it again.
How to assist someone in charm just after it. A very interesting individual.
Which were we? Charm. Right, sorry, it's frozen. I'm gonna have to actually reload. What do you call it? Roll 20. So, sorry, carry on.
Want me to roll for you?
No, I would roll myself. I actually want to succeed one for once. Sorry, guys.
Also, how does it look, the surroundings in the House of Pain? Other than that I've been flailed alive.
Oh, you just imagine a tattoo porn.
Ah, okay. Any nice chick that I can oh no. Would you like to re-roll that?
Oh, come on!
Oh wait, that's with a +10. That's flat. That's flat, because I'm assisting you. So it's a
So I
success.
just about succeed.
Just about, yeah. So flat success on Dustin's roll. It's the skin
Nice.
condition, bro.
Yeah, so they would look like these types of gangers, basically. Colorful
nice.
people.
So,
Really-
Martin, are you okay with accepting that's a flat, or?
Yeah, I was assisting, sure.
Yeah.
Of course. You get down and you refuse, and he says okay. Rips off. Or James.
I'll just actually sort of say that,
Yes.
James, what do you say?
Wanna get a tattoo?
Do you want James to get a tattoo? Yes or no?
Yes.
Alrighty. You sit down in the chair. Big fat tattoo parlor guy, big mirror. You see yourself sort of slouching down in the chair, leaning back. You will circle the needle. Just have it hovering above you. You see anything you like? He's gonna flip through a book of designs.
And I am going to look for a big old skull.
They got a big Warhammer style skull. You can get in any color you want.
White.
White.
With a
skull.
silver outlining.
You got it. Where would you like your tattoo?
On the top of my hand.
Yes. Right or left?
Left.
He'll look
Actually,
up to
make it right. Make it right.
he'll look
Definitely
up to
right.
you, Stefan. And I suppose you're paying for this. Again.
Of course, of course. Should I roll for it?
Mm-hmm. Same thing.
such as what's it. I give him an extra 2 thrones as a tip.
Thank you very much. And he will immediately lean down and start making a giant skull going from right about your wrist all the way down to your knuckle. It's gonna be facing, so it is facing forward.
So-
See, he's gonna spend a few hours down here. In the mist of the low smoke, you will occasionally do some small banter. Stefan leaning back, confident, keeping up with the jokes, talking about the other gangs. And after a little while, both of you are tattooed up. And James, your tattoo looks fantastic. It looks exactly as
Excellent.
you get up and you have a big badass tattoo on your right hand.
Did you really roll in the background to see if the tattoo artist fails?
Of course.
Oh my god.
Of course I did.
I heard the dice.
What do you guys want to do?
Well, we are going to... with my newfound friend, which... did he tell me his name?
Yes, his name is Valasmain.
1 second.
And as they're getting up from their tattoo chairs with their newly embossed tattoos, if they happen to look across the Duskin, because they know him so well, they'll actually see a look of concealed disgust.
Stefan would be at the bar with the his new friend, Valas, and say, "Hey Val, come on man," as he hits his chest with his palms. "Come on man, we're all linked up man. Let's get to the gang, bro."
No, man. I'm not feeling well. I gotta go.
And he's gonna puke all over the street.
Stefan seeing him, he will turn to a less hyperactive.
I'll see you later, Willak. Oh, God.
He's gonna just stumble off and fall on the street. Halfway jog into one of the buildings there.
Stefan will be under his breath as he's far away. Well, good luck surviving the next day, Val. Hopefully he will meet again. Eventually he goes back into the club. Is there a barman or something? Or a tattoo parlor?
You're going into the hub? Okay.
No, into the House of Pain.
We'll catch that when I come back.
Okay. Val got hit bad, dude. He down bad.
Wow. Like, who cares?
Wouldn't it be funny
I
if he's
apart from you, that seems to be his best bro.
Well,
Bro.
I don't know, dude. I can... he's a useful idiot. He's an idiot, but he's useful.
Well, he's dead.
Oh, a shame. I'll put a drink for him.
Pour out some armor sack for him.
For my good old Val. Poor Strange. At least he passed the weed.
But more to the point, filed your body with those ganger tags. Disappointed.
To be fair, most ecclesiastical personnel draw their aquila on their forehead.
That's the Aquila, not ganger tags. Disappointed.
And this is the rendition of the 3 sins of my home planet.
Oh, Dad. Oh, excuse me.
See, the one with the fruit is called tolerance. The one with the lily is called mercy, and the one with the rose is called pleasure. The three sins.
Okay, don't know what to say. Apart from
Besides,
the whole planet sounds like it sucks.
not fair point. Besides, really, points at thought. Half of our acolytes have a skull tattoo. Should I remind you that you have skulls on your armor? Sure, I'm pretty sure everything in the Imperium has skulls.
Yes, I've got skulls in my armor. I also have a tattoo over my, left eye. I also have a tattoo down my left arm. Which is, an oath of the moment. But all those things mean something. They're not, garbage.
Oh well, besides the dogmatic implication, it also means my dedication to the investigation.
Well, if you want to follow your body, you go for it.
Yeah, well, already most of my bodies has so many cybernetic enhancements, it would put the Tetris to shame.
Just saying, I am pure.
A few gunshots later, you may not.
Pardon?
Well, just saying, both of your hands seem to be not as fleshy of late.
My body is pure.
I've seen the latest Psyker report on your situation. Your body may be pure, but your soul is different.
Pardon? What's that?
Hey man, corruption is a thing you earn along the way. There is no shame of that. As long as you still love the Emperor.
I think I find my corruption is still.
I'm back.
Oh.
Yeah, sorry for interrupting. What do you want to do?
We want to go to the section of the House of Pain, which is reserved to the Painted Thrones.
That was where you were.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
In that case, I would like to look to someone of importance, such as not necessarily the head boss, but a officer or something like that.
As you approach them, you can do a criminal underworld test.
Criminal cartels and underworld. No, and smugglers. Does this work?
Oh, yeah.
Modifier was what?
If I don't say anything, it's always 0.
Oh, sorry. I didn't think I heard it. Oh my god, I'm gonna use a faith point. Fucking rolled a net 100. What the fuck?
Oh my
What the
god.
fuck? You have got to be fucking with me.
God.
What are the odds of that?
1 in many hundred.
1 in 200 to be precise.
Yeah.
I think
No, it's less.
more than
It's
that.
much less. Much less. Much less.
Oh,
Wow.
fuck me. So So I just can't fucking identify any of them. I'm like, bruh.
Nah, I'm gonna need some time here. It's actually
Oh, for
worse than that.
fuck's sake, I'm ready for a smoke
What have
BFP.
you done?
Just need to prepare my ass.
Dude, I'm tired. What have you done?
It's been a very, very bad boy. I'm not accepting any retcons of being, I was outside the whole time. You gotta tell me if you...
Well, who's been outside the whole time? I got a tattoo.
Who? The owl?
Yeah, exactly, because I got a tattoo.
I didn't get a tattoo. I said no thanks. I think we all agree we're inside about to get killed because of Stefan's shit rolls. I mean, don't get me wrong. Once, okay. Twice in a row.
That was insane. I've never seen that.
Oh, he's obviously disconnected.
Yeah. Good timing. It's just decided to bail.
If he gets my character killed, I swear to God, I'm going to come to Romania and he's going to wish the Russians had come.
We will see.
There is literally, if we make a good decision, if we don't fucking fuck ourselves over, the fucking dices do it.
That was insane.
Unbelievable.
Your first interaction with one of the gangs in a friendly way.
Finally, we have a chance of having a good interaction, and I rolled 2 net 100s. Oh boy.
Is there actually any gang that we've not a firefight with?
Yeah,
Watch.
there are many gangs you haven't been in a firefight.
Oh wow. Is that list bigger than the ones we have?
It's about equal, actually.
Oh my god.
In terms of gang groups, but there are individual gangs, much more individual gangs that you haven't.
Fantush.
So basically half of the city is after our throats. Fuck me, dude. I mean, the brass men, at least their exiles attacked us. So we may still have an in with them.
Yeah, but that's definitely not severed, but...
I don't think the painted thrones are a door open, is it?
We'll see.
Oh my god, I'll take a. Hey, Dustin, do you have a inspiration?
Nope.
What? Is that here? Well, as an executive member of AFK Players, I'll say that Ripsaw gave me an inspiration, and I can keep my faith point. Is that okay with you, Morten?
Sure.
Thank
If he
you.
has an inspiration?
Yeah, he didn't use any, I think.
Yeah. You of course cannot reroll.
Oh, great, there's two of us.
You of course cannot reroll the
Yeah, no.
competence test.
But at least I gave my faith point back.
Yeah.
Bruh, fucking the dice, dude. If we don't fuck it up, the dice will fuck us over.
I like the fact that dogs bailed.
I mean, I'm not pulling any punches. I'll place his token in the scene.
Fuck, she pulls out the tokens. Fuck me. What did Stefan do, for fuck's sake?
You don't roll 100, not 100 when you interact with gangs.
Ripsaw just fucking left the Discord. He's like, fuck this. You don't just roll a nat 100 when interacting with a gang, boy.
Nope, douche.
Did I kill his sister and fuck his dog? What the fuck did I do?
Should we prolong this until we have the full player base? Full player group.
Oh my god, come the f on.
What do you think, guys?
Can you...
Well,
can
I would prefer that because, well, there's two of us.
Can you-
There is only two of you, yeah.
Can we downsize it for like 2 players? Say that others are fighting in the background or something?
To be honest, I'd actually like to put across because I'm actually kind of tired.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Honestly.
I would like to. It was an awesome session, so I think we have good momentum. But we have played for 3 hours, and I think it was really good. It was a great session. So
We actually did a lot of progress. It's just that at the end the fucking dice were like, nope, fuck you.
and it would have
Yep.
been absolutely awesome to play this. Oh, James is back.
James?
What did you all want to continue to play? Because that is yes.
Well, Dustin is kinda tired, so I don't think so.
Well then,
I can.
well then let's call it here because it's not like we. I mean, we could go through a lot, but if Dustin's tired, then there's no point in
Also,
advancing.
did you see the rolls? Did you see the rolls, James?
Yeah, I saw.
2 not 100s.
So natural,
Yeah,
the
no, in a
hundreds.
roll. In a roll.
Fuck me, dude.
In the amount of charms and commerces that were failed.
Yeah, but 2 not 100s.
I would actually like to point out I've not actually made a roll tonight.
Yeah, well, at least we